What's up, ladies and gents? Footloose Will here. Scavenger hunting night. Who's ready? All right, who's in here? Anybody in here? Nope, not yet. So I am delaying my trip for the Exorcist video. Try to do that in September, and hopefully I can get permission to film at Georgetown University. That would be awesome. If not, I'm going to do all the other locations. Who is in here? Says one watching. All right, I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come up. I believe Puffy is playing tonight. Not sure if anybody else is. So let's see. Drop the link if anybody wants to come up. Anyway, hope everybody's had a good Tuesday. I've had a relaxing one myself. Had some storms come through and just been watching stuff on Netflix. But Puffy, what's up? All in, what's up? Why aren't your comments showing up? I'm confused. Comments aren't coming up for some reason. That's weird. Hmm. You've come to watch Puffy sweat. Yeah, this ought to be fun. What do you mean reset my live? How do I do that? Not sure what you mean. Let's see. All right, now I got to figure it out. Cool, thanks. All in. So who's coming up to play? You want to join us in a game, Brandon? Come on up. Puffy? Some of these items this round, some people might not have. I purposely made them harder this week. So, but we need players. So who's playing? Hello, anybody coming up? Do I need to share the link, pin the link? All right, I'll do that. And then I'll try to figure out how to pin the link. Not sure. Let's see. Not sure how to pin the link. But Puffy, you playing? You coming up? What's everybody up to this evening? I'm not really up to much, so trying to think of content I can do. I have an idea. Just got to figure out how to do it. Hello. All right. Two people watching. What's up? Has anybody seen this? What is his name? Guy from Oliver Anthony. Apparently, nobody knew who he was a week ago, and now he's number one on iTunes, and he's from Virginia. I think I'm going to do a reaction. I thought about doing it at the beginning of this live, but I don't want to get a copyright strike or whatever. And I'm not seeing comments anymore. I don't understand. Hold on, guys. I'll be back. Cool. Well, I appreciate that, Brandon. Well, you can come up and talk while you try to get people to play. I'm dying here. But so yeah, I have that idea. Hello? What's up?
What's up, Will?
What's up? I was dying. I had no idea what to talk about.
Tends to happen.
Somebody come up, please.
You were talking about somebody that you were going to do a reaction on?
Yeah.
Who is that?
He's a brand new singer. A week ago, nobody knew who he was, and now he's now he's number one on iTunes. Oliver Anthony.
Is that the cat that was playing that song talking about dollar ain't, you know?
Talking about what?
The guy. I'm wondering if it's the guy that I saw on Instagram.
Possibly.
Kind of a tall guy, red beard.
Yeah.
I would definitely play that on your computer right now in front of everybody. There's no copyright on it because he's an upcoming star.
Right.
So there's no way he copyrighted that a clip of it. You know, because that's how he's getting famous.
Right.
He's allowing people to share. So if you want to show all your Well, I don't even know how many viewers are in here.
There's maybe 2 or 3.
You know, but
My,
to get it started, you know,
my comments keep freezing up
yeah.
for some
I think
reason. And
Genghis had a problem with that, and while somebody was on live with him, I think he refreshed his browser or something.
yeah, but
Like he went out and then came back in.
Yeah, I was gonna say it kicks me out every time I do that. But let me try it again.
Man, worst
might
case scenario, you got to restart the live, but
It might be the storms that came through.
it's possible. But no, I saw the guy that you're talking about. That was pretty good. I'm sorry if you guys are hearing me eat my food.
All right, so I got Dusty's comment. I bet that's what it is. It messed with my internet when those storms came through.
Yeah.
But Dusty was actually the one that told me about this guy.
Right.
He's guys from like Richmond area of Virginia.
Okay.
Dusty and I are both in Virginia.
Gotcha. Oh Lord. How do we get back to
That's not a bad idea though.
Well, the song was awesome, dude. Like the clips of the song that I saw, there, if you go to his, whoever released it on Instagram, like you'll see 1 or 2 other videos of him, and basically what they did was they chopped the song up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the part I saw, like, he's got some feeling in there, you know.
I just found a video of the whole song. Oddly enough, there's a channel on YouTube that's Oliver Anthony Music, but that
Mhm.
song's not on there on that channel.
Huh.
Yeah, for some reason that song's not on there.
Oh, this song isn't the one that just came out or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, play it for us.
All right. Yeah, my comments are all messed up. So I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
getting on my tablet right now. If you have a tablet, jump on YouTube on the tablet and just go through the chats that way, and just let everybody know that you won't be able to pin their comments up top. You know,
Right. I don't have a tablet.
that way you can still interact.
I have a phone.
That'll work. And that way you can still interact with the chat, you know.
Right. Because I see there's people leaving comments.
That way you can still interact with the chat. Hold on. I got to turn this down. Sorry.
That was mine, actually, I think.
That was me too.
When I connected, I forgot to turn my volume down on my phone.
No, Glams, I'm not eating the DoorDash. I just got hungry smelling all the food while I was DoorDash.
Sure, you're not. All right, let's play this. Because I haven't heard it. All right, hold on.
Oh, you haven't heard it? Oh, wow.
I think I heard a few seconds of it.
No, it's pretty good, bro.
Like maybe the first verse, but other than that, I haven't heard it.
Here, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself.
All right.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. The rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, 'cause the rich men. I wish politicians look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down.
Wow.
Lord, it's a damn shame.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he laid it down right there.
Wow. I can see why
Right.
he skyrocketed up the iTunes list.
I hope he's got more songs, dude, because even if he's a one-hit wonder, that was epic.
Nah, he's got. I know. I saw close to 10 songs.
Yeah. Like, maybe you should. Oh, TCB already posted it. The link to the video.
Yeah, I saw that.
And yeah, it's cold-blooded right there, boy.
I'll listen to the rest of it and do an actual reaction another time.
Hmm.
But yeah.
Where's Puffy at?
I don't know what happened to Puffy. I thought she was.
I think she might be on the back end trying to get a hold of some people.
Yeah, she said she was trying to find people to play. I haven't seen Doug.
TCB's asking play the other song, Virginia, in the chat. Oh, so he wants you to play the one he posted. TCB does.
I'll have to find it.
It might be the same channel, but it's the song Virginia.
Yeah, the comments aren't showing up, so I can't click his link to play it.
Yeah.
On my laptop.
I can spell it out for you if you want.
So I just got to find it. I found it.
And thanks to you guys for letting me eat while I chat with you.
You're not bothering me. You're not a loud eater, so.
Well, that's a good thing.
Some people I just can't handle.
Smacking and all that. Yeah.
I can't do it. Your mouth wide open.
Talking while you eat. Oh, Lord.
Yeah. All right. So this is Virginia by Oliver Anthony.
on the same back porch since I was just a boy with a dream. My daddy had a cab-dated horse down in the field running backer and things. Preacher talk about heaven, son, it sure sounds nice. At least I can tell them that I had me a slice. Nobody's singing songs about Virginia, but sweet Virginia's always a singing to me.
I love his voice. He
Who
almost
does that remind you of? You're talking about Hank Williams, right? You want to go down that trail.
right.
How close to Hank is he?
Oh, he would be the same distance I am from where Hank died. But I was thinking Chris Stapleton.
He's got a vibe though. Like,
He's got the soul of Chris Stapleton. I'll put it that way.
okay.
Down some old biker roads where the green grass grows, on down in the hill where the folks on horseback rode. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Lord, they don't never sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always a singing to me. I got a lighter, I've got a bowl, I know a spot where the law don't go. Now we can smoke something my daddy never grew back in his day. Down some old backer road where the green grass grows, on down in the hill where the folks on horseback rode. Lordy, I tell the youngins when I grow old what the old told me. Son, they don't ever sing songs about Virginia, but Virginia, she's always singing to me.
Yeah, he's got some good music. Very
I
talented.
think so. I think you should do a reaction right here, right now, of that first one,
I just did.
and then cut it up.
Right. You putting me on the spot.
It'd be something to do in the meantime. Well, no, I'll be up here with you. Like, I ain't jumping down. You know, you tell me what singer you think he sounds like, and tell me something else that you like about him. I'll do the same. I'll bounce some ideas off of you.
Let's do. Do one I haven't heard at all.
Okay.
That's weird. All right. Present. Share screen. This is Ain't Got a Dollar by Oliver Anthony.
Right.
So this is a song I wrote. It's based off a true story. It's called Ain't Got a Dollar.
little spot in the country where I spend all of my time.
Yeah, see, the way he sings reminds me of Chris Stapleton. It's not necessarily
Yeah,
voice sounds like, it's the way they both sing soulful.
yeah. TCB says young Hank Jr. before his accent. Like the
Okay.
accent was Chris Stapleton, but like I don't know, his tempo reminds me of Hank.
Hank Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
When the sun goes down on this itty bitty town, we can light up the phone, pass it around. I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime. Well, the rain could be pouring or the sun shining down. Long as my old truck still fires on up and there's crops growing in the ground.
The actual song kind of sounds like Hank Sr., but believe it or not.
It's starting to all make sense. And that guitar, like I know it's not a new guitar, but the sound is unique. Like it's coming back, basically.
It's a resonator guitar, is what that's called. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it's called a resonator guitar.
It's like a cross between a guitar and a banjo, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have to pick some muscadines right off the vines, get a little yeast and make a little wine, 'cause I ain't got a dollar, but I don't need a dime.
Man, I played.
Well, what did you think?
They don't even no applause or anything.
I like the ending of the video with all dogs. Dogs ain't paying attention. I want to see this guy in concert.
There you go.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Well, he talks about real things. Like his songs are about real things.
It's real country. You know, people.
When's the last time you heard some of that?
People complain that country music isn't real country anymore. Well, you can't argue that this isn't real country. This is that's why it kind of reminds me of Chris Stapleton. Other than Chris Stapleton, there's not much pure country anymore. I'll agree with that. I still think it's real country music, most of what is played, but my opinion is all genres of music change over the years and they mix with each other.
That is true. But every couple of decades, everything comes back.
Right. That makes sense.
And I think it's time for a reset on what everybody thinks music is now, you know?
I think my internet is glitching because my comments just came back.
Hey, well, congratulations. The YouTube gods have spoken. Yes, Anna, history always does repeat itself. It's like on 20-year cycle. You know?
Yeah. And fads and such.
Right. Well,
Style.
I've been listening to a little bit of the music lately. Rap's just gone way off track, right? But like your alternative rock, your,
Rap's
you know.
horrible now. Modern rap is horrible.
Yeah, it's crazy. But like everything else is starting to cycle back to the end of the 80s. Like the beats, the rhythms, you know, it's all starting to come back into play.
Right.
Like the 90s, you know, pretty soon 2000, like the repeat of the 2000 era is going to hit, and it's going to be techno and freaking, you know, screamo.
Country needs a reset and swift. Yeah. You're right about that. Yeah.
All I can say is, let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. So yeah, my Exorcist trip. I'm waiting until September to go there. But
What's going on there? Where are you going?
I'm going to Frederick County to visit family.
Okay. What happened in Frederick County that coincides with The Exorcist?
Nothing. I'm going to go down to DC and go to the filming locations of The Exorcist while I'm there.
Okay.
Because my sister's like an hour away from DC.
Are you going to be in the room where all the vomit and stuff came out?
No, that was a stage.
Well, that's crappy.
All the interior, like most of the interior shots inside buildings were on a stage. Except for when they're like in a church or in a hospital. The bedroom scenes were a stage they created with all kinds of stuff. They had the stage was refrigerated.
So is who usually gets up for the scavenger hunts? Is that that's Martha?
So far, it's been Martha, Hood Billy, Doug.
Okay. Well, why don't you drop the link and see if any of them are hanging out down there?
Those are the normal ones, and Puffy said that she was playing tonight.
I think you should get Anna to do it.
And I'm not sure how
Come on, Anna.
I think she was saying something about her foot's hurting.
Mm-hmm. She has a husband.
But whoever, if he would want to come on camera, one of the rules is you can't get help.
Yeah, well, maybe she could just sit back and laugh with you.
Yeah, she said
her ankle touched the floor last night. It's swollen.
Right. I don't know exactly what that means because my ankle always touches the floor. And it's not swollen, but she heard a crunch. Well, that's not good.
Yeah. Hey, look at Glamis' idea.
Yeah, we could do that. Whoever wants to come up, I mean, I'm game for whatever. I'm still trying to figure out a good night and time to do this.
Well, no, the fact that you got on tonight and you're trying, like, gauge it, you know? It's all YouTube, like when you're first starting out, it's all trial and error.
Right. Okay. So you twisted your ankle. Is that what you're trying to say, Anna?
Yeah, she came down on it and it rolled to where her ankle, the top of her ankle, touched the floor.
Yeah, that sounds like you should probably go into the ER.
She heard a crunch. She said, drink some Sprite, eat some chicken noodle. You'll be fine, sweetheart.
You ain't right, Brandon.
Hey, I lived a different life.
It was funny though. I asked her brother if Pee Wee knew somebody in the organization, and then the very next video after asking him that, he did a video of the person that I was asking about.
Who were you asking? Rob from Ventura?
No, George Christie.
Oh, George Christie. Rick hasn't met George Christie. Now, I'm not going to say he's not going to. I'm just saying he hasn't yet.
No, I was asking if Pee Wee knew him.
All the guys that you've been hearing about on his channel have... Rick's not messing around with small potatoes. He's talking to the legends.
Right.
You know? Like, they see that he's got no skin in it. He's just trying to tell a story. And it all started from Pee Wee and the Wedding Chapel and the Mongols video. You know? Ever since that day, like, I guess all the legends that have been holding their side of the story in out of respect, they're coming to a period in their life where it's time to tell their stories.
Right.
And it may conflict with some other stories, but it's their story. They have the right, you know.
Yeah. I watched the show the History Channel did with George Christie. It was like a 10-part series, I think.
Yeah. Did you watch Rick's last video?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that puts it into perspective, right?
I didn't realize that was the person that took over for him.
Yeah. Well, all of those things are... they don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows, and that's the way they like it. Or they used to anyways. And then publicity and greed started to enter into the equation. And then, unfortunately, it accelerated on a downward slide, you know?
Yeah. All right. I know there's a way to pin this. How do you do it?
There should be a 3-dot thing in the corner. And then, like when you click on the comment, it should bring up a 3-dot thing in the corner. And then click it. And then it should say pin or something.
Now it's not coming up.
Or just... that would be an Anna and Puffy question. Because I'm not a creator and I don't dabble in those things.
I've done it before. I just can't remember how to do it. And those three dots isn't giving me a option to pin. It's just put user in timeout or ban user.
Wow. Can you do it on your phone?
It's not giving me an option. Maybe.
Because if you're using StreamYard or whatever, there it is. StreamYard doesn't, YouTube doesn't give StreamYard complete access.
Gotcha.
He got it, Anna.
Yeah, hit the like button. Mandatory Dorothy. Sounds good to me.
And my advice, Will, like as far as YouTube goes, is do your reaction video of that gentleman who was just singing tonight and post it tomorrow.
Right.
That guy's social rating is probably about to go through the roof. And if people see him and your reaction and they like your reaction videos to him, then you get your subscribers and you get your views and everything starts to push forward. That would be your biggest grab.
Yeah, I noticed he released that. Upchurch just released a new one. And Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun just released a new one.
But the thing is the top social media influencers who aren't them are promoting him.
Right.
You know, I saw it, I think 2-3 days ago. And
I saw it. I just didn't actually watch the video. I think I watched 45 seconds of it.
Well, just think of it like this, right? So a top influencer, and I'm talking, he's probably got 500,000 subscribers, right? He pushed it 2 days ago, right?
Right.
Which means that it's going to hit, his name is going to trend over the next week in social medias. So when you make your reaction video to it, make sure that his name is first, and then in your description and title, his name is first, and then whatever, blah, 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 my reaction to it, right? And then do a hashtag, your channel name, Footloose, right?
Right.
Space, hashtag, his name, right? Whatever platform. And then your third hashtag should be YouTube video or YouTube reaction.
All right.
But if you don't capitalize on it, it's not going to happen for you.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And that is just a gift from me to you.
All right. What's up, Coda? Did you come to play or did you come to talk?
I'm not playing. I took a break from DoorDash.
Sorry, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to you. You're door dashing, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm just taking the lunch break.
I got a friend that actually I got a couple friends that does DoorDash.
If you look at it like a full-time job, it can be beneficial.
One makes pretty decent money, and the other one can't make anything for some reason.
Well, it's all about the time that you put into it. Like I do it in spurts of 4 hours. And in 4 hours, I want to make $20 an hour, so I have $80 to $100, right?
Right.
So that's how I base my day.
Yeah. If I were able to physically do it, I'd do it. And if I had a newer car, I would do Uber because I used to drive a cab.
Well, you could probably do Uber as a driver, just not a food delivery, but like a pickup. Pick up and drop off.
My car's too old.
I gotcha.
Your car can only be 10 years old at the oldest. And
Yeah, but
mine is almost 20.
so you're telling me if I had like a classic, like, I don't know, Cadillac, I couldn't make some money on that?
Nope.
You crazy?
If it's more than 10 years old, you can't use it for Uber or Lyft.
That's terrible.
Now, you can rent cars from them, but I was told by an Uber driver that did that you can't really make any money if you have to rent it.
Yeah, because you got to pay that fee.
Yep.
And you can only be under X amount of miles or you owe money.
Yeah, because mine's a 2005, and your car has to be 2013 or newer in order to use it for Uber. Because I used to drive a cab, and I loved it. I didn't do it the right way, so I wasn't really making any money, but I loved the job.
Yeah.
Meet interesting people, to say the least.
There it is.
I picked up one guy that fell asleep in the back seat. I couldn't wake him up. And finally, I answered his cell phone, and his buddy was like, "Where are you at? I'll meet you here." He got the guy out of the car, and he was like, "What's the fare?" Well, I was nice about it, and I had turned the meter off at a certain point.
Mm-hmm.
So I told him $50. He handed me a debit card. He's like, "Bring this up for $100, and he's going to pay me every dime of it back because he wasn't supposed to go anywhere."
Right.
So a night out, drinking a little too much, cost the guy $100. Apparently, they lived in base housing, and their platoon or whatever you call it were told to stay in that night.
Mm-hmm. And then he shows up passed out drunk.
Yep.
What kind of shit? He may not have paid the $100 back, but he paid for it in some other way. Guaranteed.
Yep. I mean, I don't know if that's the real story, but his buddy told me he wasn't supposed to go out that night. Because I got lost trying to. I found the neighborhood he was in, but I couldn't figure out how to get in there. They had barricades set up, and yeah, so I'm just driving around trying to figure out how to get into his neighborhood.
Yeah, that's probably awkward. Base housings are weird.
And then I worked for another cab company, and they didn't make any sense. They wanted all their cabs to sit at the ocean front your entire shift, unless you had a customer.
Damn.
I'm sitting there thinking, you guys do know there's other busy parts of the city, right? Not everybody's at the ocean front.
Yeah, but that's a property thing. Or there's probably more than one cab company there. And they probably have their own turf. They don't want to cause problems sniping in on other people's money.
Well, I actually found out later that that cab company was never legit.
And that's probably why they didn't want to ruffle anybody's feathers so they could just skim under the radar.
Yeah, because there were a ton of cab companies at the. They all just sat on one particular street, all in a single file line right next to the curb. About 10 different companies.
It sounds terrible.
And when I switched to that company, and it wasn't the company itself, it was the timing of it. That's when I kind of learned that I'm not good for that job at the beach in the summer. It was taking me a half hour to go 2 blocks because of all the traffic.
That's terrible.
And they told us to take the back roads, but getting to the back roads took a while.
No.
Because there were just too many people.
So they were dictating everything and just shut up and take it?
Pretty much. And I got in trouble for something stupid. I got fired by them for something stupid. The boss was led to believe that I was at a party, which I wasn't. I had said that I had a party to go to, but it was on a different day. A day that I hadn't planned on working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they wanted you to work 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And they had a phone for dispatch, and that phone got passed around to different drivers. So, of course, the calls that were coming in, they were taking the big ones and giving everybody else the scraps. They were. They had to have been.
So they fired you for you going to a party?
Another driver saw me. I had gone to a friend's house to give them a ride. And another cab driver saw me. And that cab driver was the one that I had told about a party I was going to on another day. And that was twisted around. So my boss was led to believe that I was at a party when the other driver saw me.
And this driver was friends with your boss? More so than you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good riddance.
So that was the end.
F them and feed them rice.
That was the end of my cabbing career. And then Uber got big, and it's not even worth driving for a cab company anymore.
No.
Nobody calls cabs. They call Uber or Lyft because it's a fraction of the price.
Yeah, and there's always something real close by, And who wants to get into a smelly cab, right? We can get into all these nice, less than a decade old freaking cars.
Right.
Especially if they're making you lease one that you can't afford. Jesus. Makes no sense.
And they offer that. Like, I know Uber does. I don't know about Lyft, but you can rent a car from them.
I know. I looked into it. But see, my background is from auction, right? And we handled all the leasing vehicles in America. budgets, the enterprises, like all of them, right?
Mhm.
And I got to talking to a couple of the representatives from those places because I was inspecting their car. I had to get to know them. And man, the crap that they they used to laugh about it. They'd be like, "Oh yeah, you know, people lease these cars for like the mileage, right? Less than 13,000 or whatever, or at 13,000, you trade up, right?
Right.
You turn in the car, and the whole purpose of the leasing option is to make sure that the transmission and the engine go out if they're going to fail in the first 13,000 miles, so that they can cover it under the warranty and it doesn't cost them a dime, right?
Hmm.
And then they ship it to auction. The auction sells it to the dealerships, and the dealerships are still under the expectation of this vehicle is, under warranty for, that's their selling point, right? But the
Right.
reality is most transmissions don't go out until about 25 to 30,000 miles. So they got you locked in to something that's gonna fail before, just at or after warranty.
That sounds low for a transmission to fail, though. Only 30,000 miles.
Well, how hard was it driven? You're an Uber driver. You're trying to make that money.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like people don't think about these things before they jump into a situation like that. And they used to laugh about it. They make 3 times the money just passing the buck along.
So you lease the car from Uber? I was under the
If you lease it,
you
if you
drive.
lease it from Uber, you sublease it from Uber. Uber leases it from Enterprise or Budget or one of the higher end rental companies under them. So when it goes to auction, it goes under their name, right? So they get the money regardless, but they subleased it down and made money off of you guys. Uber's making money off of whoever they're leasing it to. Hey, we got this car, we'll give it to you. You pay, I don't know, the $400 or $500 a month, whatever, right? And then Uber pays Enterprise or whatever $200, right? It trickles down. And then when the car gets at its mileage, whether it be 13 or 20,000 miles, they take it to auction and sell it for more than what they would have if it was at like 0 miles, 1 mile, And then they sell it to the dealerships.
What I was saying is I was under the understanding that you get a random car each month. If you
they got you like that.
Uber, you got whatever they could get through like Enterprise or Hertz or whatever.
So what? They're just peddling it now?
So basically, you were in a different car each month.
For what price?
I don't know.
Did they offer to insure you?
I didn't.
For that price?
I just looked it up online. I didn't really call anybody and talk to them. And I did talk to a driver, and that's what he was saying, that you get a different car each month, and it's not worth it because you have to work that much harder just to pay the rental fee for the car first, and then keep whatever you earn.
Whatever's left.
Yeah. It was kind of the same way when I drove for a cab service. First one, I had to get $75 a day to pay the cab lease.
Wow.
That was for a 12-hour lease. And then after I got the hang of it somewhat, gas, and this was 14 years ago.
Right.
Gas cost me on average $20 to $25 a day.
Oh, those were simpler times.
So I had to get $100 before I could pocket anything.
Yeah.
And I got lucky one night. I was just about to give up and take a nap for a couple hours. Because once I drove, I figured out how it worked and how the business worked.
Right.
On the weekends, it was busy a few hours, like 7 to 9 or 10. People going out to bars.
Right.
And then it would be dead until about 1 o'clock. And then it'd be busy from 1 to 2 when the bars were closing.
Right.
And then it would be dead again until about 5 in the morning.
Everybody getting up, going to work.
Yeah. So it was like 1 o'clock almost. And I'm sitting out right outside of a bar and just about to go home. I think I had just got my lease money, but no profit.
Right.
And I was just about to leave, and these two guys knocked on my window, and they were like, "You busy?" And I was like, "Nah." And they were like, "Can you take us to Hampton back? We have the money. We'll tip you well." Blah blah blah. Well, Hampton from Virginia Beach could take an hour to get there, or it could take a half hour to get there.
But you were told to take back roads.
So, well, there is no back road to avoid the tunnel. And
Okay.
that's what would take the time, is if you get stuck in traffic in the tunnel. So I knew the fare was going to be about $100. And I took them there, brought them back. It took me about an hour. Made $130 for that one hour.
Nice.
Because they paid
It was
the
a good
fare.
hour.
They paid the fare and tipped me about $30.
So you made $30.
No, I made $130.
So you keep your fare?
Once you make enough money to pay for the lease, you keep everything after that.
Gotcha.
Your lease,
Okay.
your lease and your gas are your expenses.
Right.
Once you earn those, everything after that is yours.
Maybe you should look into if any cab companies are around you that are legit.
Oh, I know there's a few around. I'm not sure if I can do the afford the cab lease.
Gotcha.
It's nowadays are probably $400 a week.
Yeah.
And the one cab company, I got hit by somebody. I was making a left turn, and dude came out of nowhere, flying down the road and hit me. Well, cops showed up. The cops gave me the ticket for some reason. So I went back. Of course, there was a tiny bit of damage on the cab. So they were like, "We can't lease you a cab again."
Your services are no longer required. Get out of here.
Yep. And he saw the ticket in my hand. He's like, "I see you got a ticket, so you got that going against you." I'm like, it wasn't even my fault, for real. And the worst part is I had a customer in the back seat.
That's even better.
I was
But
taking to work.
he could have witnessed. He could have witnessed for you.
and I had taken him to work a few times because my schedule was crazy. I would work.
But you worked for a cab company that now that you know, like hindsight 2020, right?
Mhm.
They were felonious, I guess, however you want to say it.
Well, that was the second
Now,
one that I worked for. That wasn't the one that fired me for the accident.
okay, well, let's not blow by that part. What company?
Huh?
Which company? Like, we were talking about the one that was on the shore, basically, lined up. Is this a different cab company?
Yeah.
Okay, which one is this?
Back then they were black and white cabs.
Okay.
I think they're
Like, same setup as the fake company, or?
a little more professional. Like the way you got your fares was more professionally done.
Okay,
Like you had a computer in your car,
gotcha.
and
So it looked all techy and stuff.
depending on who calls the cab company for a cab,
Okay.
they dispatch the cab that's closest to the customer.
So they got GPS and all the goodies on it.
Right. And
Gotcha.
if you're a driver and a call comes in and you're the closest cab, it pops up on the computer and you can choose whether or not to take the call or not. But
Right.
the only address that comes up is where you're picking them up until you accept it.
Okay.
So
you got into a fender bender with fare in the vehicle, and they were just like, "Oh, see you later."
they got out and walked to work because I was almost had them at their job. Like their job was walking distance.
Right. But your bosses didn't want to lease you another vehicle, and pretty much told you to go get F.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on track now. Sorry about that.
Right. And the second company was the one that I was accused of being at a party.
Okay. So how long had you been working for them?
I think it was 9 months total between the two companies.
And the guy who told on you, how long had he been working for that specific company?
A few years.
Okay. It's all starting to come together now.
Yeah.
So do you really enjoy, like, did you really enjoy that? Is that what you wanted to do for the rest of your life type of thing?
I don't know if I really wanted to do it the rest of my life, but it was a fun job.
Right. Well, it's one that you're thinking about how bad you want to do it now in this season.
I wouldn't want to do it for a cab company at all now.
Right. But the same idea, like DoorDash, Uber.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just thinking of stuff that I can get a job at because I'm limited.
You know, you could always get a what do they call those dogs? Those dogs that help people out. What are they called?
Emotional support dog, or are you?
Yeah, I guess you could go with that. And train it how to take a bag to the door and drop it off and come back.
Right. Assistant dog or whatever. Therapy dog.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. They would never let that happen. That was just a random thought out of the ether.
Right. I don't think I would qualify for that at all for some reason. Not sure.
Why not? You're footloose. Your foot is loose. Like, why could you not qualify for that?
I don't know.
You have trouble getting up and going to the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that probably qualifies you. Should look into it. It'd be nice.
Possibly.
Yeah. You know, just when it hits your mind and you're on the computer and you want to look up some random stuff, you should probably do it. It'd be awesome. Just tell your dog, go get you a drink, and he opens up the refrigerator and brings you a nice cold beer and then closes the door after. Oh my God. I'd fall in love with that dog.
A friend of mine had a Doberman that did that stuff.
Yeah.
TCB. Dog would take the food and run with my luck.
Or he'd be sitting there chewing on your prosthetic and you'd have to tell him repeatedly that's not a bone.
Right. I wish I had like a pit bull or a just like a mean looking dog. I'd decorate my prosthetic and just have the dog sit there with it in its mouth for Halloween. Be a great Halloween decoration.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine and I have been talking for years about doing Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan.
Why don't you guys do it?
I don't know what.
Get your Jordan Sinise on.
Huh?
Get your Sinise on.
I don't know what has stopped us, but we've been talking about it, just never did it. He was going to be Forrest. I was going to be Lieutenant Dan. I got to figure out how to make it look like I don't have any legs.
Well, you're halfway there.
I still have 2 legs. 1 3/4.
You know what I'm saying. You could just, I don't know, sit on your knees. Is that hard for you? I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. Okay. I was thinking just sit in a wheelchair and put a blanket around the bottom part of my legs to where only my knees were showing.
You could get a wheelchair and have 2 of those foot props on it, one further down than the other. You know, put your feet in, put the blanket over the top, and then have the fake legs sitting on top of your legs on the other side of the blanket. And then you could have your pit bull just come running in and snatch it and then run off.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
That would be a great video. I'd laugh. I'd feel like I was going to hell. I'd laugh so bad.
I wonder if I can do that on my scooter.
You could probably do anything. You know?
You got me thinking, because I'm going to be at my sister's and she's got 2 pit bulls.
Just like when you get your new prosthetic, take your old one and teach them that that's the one that you mess with, right?
Right. Knowing
and get them used to it. Yeah.
My niece already hid mine in the microwave one night before I woke up. Yep. I woke up this morning, my foot was just gone. I was mad. I was cussing them all. I was like, who the hell took my foot? And come to find out, my niece and a friend of hers took it and put it in the microwave the night before after I passed out.
You know that was a dare. You know that was a dare. An adolescent dare.
No, she was in her 20s by then.
Okay, well, adolescent dare.
You're probably right.
So what are you going to do to get her back? That's all I'm asking.
I don't know. I've never been good at pranking people.
Take all her makeup, throw it in a microwavable dish.
Mhm.
Yeah, serious business.
Trying to get me beat up.
Your foot was in a microwave, bro. What do you want from me?
What are you sorry for, puppy?
She had to go do a little live, I think, to resolve some things. Damn, Brandon, what? What, are you vindictive too?
You coming up, Puffy? There should be the link at the top pinned.
I think Puffy should get up here because I got to get going here soon.
I think it's stupid stuff.
They had her trying to solve some man issues. Jesus. What is the world coming to?
Well, come up, Puffy, so he can continue his.
Dash my life away? Yeah. That sounds awesome. I'm with it.
Oh, she's real life stuff, not YouTube stuff.
Okay. Did you tell him how to, how much space between the nails? Did you show him how to hammer the fence? No, you guys don't know. Puffy, like all the work that's around her house, like outside the fence, the poles, the goats, like that's all her. Her family doesn't do none of it.
Really?
Yeah.
She's super puffy.
You damn right she is.
Oh, you got an electric fence.
Oh, now. Nobody go peeing on that.
I never understood that.
What?
Call me stupid, but I never understood that. How would you get shocked? I mean,
I've watched it happen.
current actually goes through piss?
Yeah, because it's a steady stream. And it goes inside your Johnson. Yeah.
Ow. See,
yeah.
You didn't have to go there. I kind of knew that already, but
well, listen, you learned something today.
The graphic detail, you didn't have to go there.
Well, how else can I explain the hilarity of watching the kid do it?
I'm in pain.
He was convinced. He was convinced to do it. He got dared.
Ain't no way in the world.
You say that now, but I'm a very convincing person.
Ain't no way in the world.
I'm sure that's what that kid thought too.
And now I know to keep an eye on you if we ever meet in person.
No, see, I didn't like him. And I'm a very vindictive person. I like you.
You and Rick terrorized the neighborhood growing up, didn't you?
No comment.
I could just see that.
When we were together, we were a force to be reckoned with. That's all I can say.
For some reason, I believe that. 100%.
Well, he was always the chess player, Oh, we could do this, or we could do that, or if we do this, they're going to do that, and I'd like that. And then we'd see if his idea was good or bad. And, I'd say he was batting, 300 at least.
There she is. What's up, Puffy?
Hey, Marta.
Now she's playing peekaboo.
I could. Her hair was so platinum. I couldn't tell the wall from her hair.
So platinum.
Yeah,
It's not. Oh.
I know. I'm just giving her shit. It is what it is.
So yeah, I didn't get anything happen for that Tom McDonald song that I played last live.
Oh, you got
They
that
blocked
was the
it.
copyright or no?
They blocked it for the Eagles,
For the Eagles. Yeah.
and it was one particular song. Because I'm pretty sure.
Which one?
Didn't you play like 2 or 3 songs by the Eagles?
No. Just one song by the Eagles, and I think it went into Tom Petty.
Oh, okay. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was one full Eagles song, like 4 minutes long.
Yeah. My bad. But we had to talk about it.
I'm switching devices.
All right. Put your lives on private, and then whatever you have a thought, like people in your chat were telling you it's going to get copyrighted. It's going to get copyrighted, right? So put your live on private, then go in and chop out that section.
Right. Which
And then
YouTube allowed me to do that after they blocked it.
right, it's a learning tool. You know, I shouldn't have played the music knowing that it was going to get copyrighted, but same time, my brother's dealt with way more than that.
But yet some people can go in there and play the radio for their entire stream and it doesn't catch it.
It depends on what they're playing. What's under public domain and what is not.
Well, most of the stuff on the radio is
Public domain. No.
Huh?
The radio is public domain. It's playing over the public airwaves. Certain songs that are on that album that they can't play, they do not play.
Or they buy the license for it.
Or you buy the license for it.
I assume radio stations bought the license to play every song they played.
It depends on how new the song is. Like if it's a new song and they're promoting it, of course they're not going to copyright it. Or if it's an artist who needs the advertisement, needs to be put out there, he allows it to be public domain. Or they have to pay homage to who the label and the artist. This next song is by blah blah from this,
Right.
And then it becomes free use.
What class were you going to today, Puffy?
She's like frozen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let it go, let it go.
And
no, she'll probably come back in. But yeah, there's a lot of loopholes in it if you want to deal with that kind of thing. If you don't want to deal with that kind of thing, if you want to put a soundtrack to your video, then you need to buy a one-time use, one video use of that song license.
Right. And you said those are like 15, 20.
They vary anywhere from 15 to 40. Depends on the music, depends on the person.
Right.
If you think that your video content wise can do, I don't know, 6 to 7,000 views, it would be worth it.
So at this point, it wouldn't be.
It would not.
Yeah.
Well, that depends on how fast you want your channel to grow, basically.
Okay, Puppy's restarting her computer. It might be mine. I don't know. Am I glitching or anything?
No, you're fine. It has nothing to do with you. It's on her end.
Yeah, she said it's not working for some reason. Because my internet is unpredictable sometimes.
Well, if your internet was to go bad, then we would go bad too.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm okay, she's not. It's her. It's all your fault, Puffy.
This heat is driving me nuts. It's stopping me from doing my outdoor videos. They said it
You always
was
take the umbrella.
114 yesterday. Heat index. I think you're good now.
Say something, I'm giving up on you.
My freaking computer. I'm like, fucking thing. I was like, look. I was doing this one, but I gotta do another one. Hold on.
What's playing in the background, Puffy?
Yeah,
Oh,
Ah,
good call. But see, most
I
people,
can't blow that up real quick. I can't see it.
Richie Pimpin.
Ah,
I'm guessing that's for Richie Poe.
Richie Poe. Are those his colors?
I don't know.
Nice. She shook her head, yes. I like it. Getting good.
What is that? Gas mask?
Don't know who that is. I know what it is, but
Yeah, I don't know.
nobody can hear you.
it's because
Hey,
the
what it-
my screen is freaking heavy. So I can't.
Gotcha. I got you. Sitting there bogan and shit.
It doesn't look like anybody else is going to come up and play this tonight. I'm wondering,
It looks like
what a good night would be, because with football coming up, Sunday, Monday, and Thursday is pretty much out.
Saturday for college. So, like a Friday night football theme might be.
Friday night, Anna usually does bingo.
Okay, well.
So that leaves
Ooh,
Tuesday.
you guys want to do my class online?
Huh?
My content creator. It's a content creator like video production class. You want to do it right now? I'm going to do it right now.
A what?
Oh, you want to go from here to there? Is that what you're saying?
And instead of using any other recording thing, this is the coolest one.
Hmm.
Go to ScreenPal. That's a sub where you can go to. It's free. ScreenPal.
You're going to have to explain that on the other end because I have no idea what you're talking about.
My class. Hold on, let me show you.
But no, if you want to get with Anna and see like what time she plans on doing it, maybe do something a couple hours before that. You know, so just options I'm throwing out there.
Right.
That's the program. Look, it's free. It's online. ScreenPal. Look, you do it gives you the analytics.
And this is for what now?
For my class for video production. This is how to make your. You could use this for content creation for YouTube and all that. It gives you on the manual what it is. And all that.
Oh, so it's the app that you would like to look at? Gotcha.
You
I'll
could
check it
screen
out.
record. You could do video editing. You could do images. Nothing but it's a editing, and it tells you you have a YouTube channel. You put it right there, and yeah, all that stuff.
I'll check it out. See.
How would
I'll push buttons.
How would I add music to basically me riding my scooter somewhere?
I know. And are you talking to her about that app?
No, I'm talking to you about VLLO.
All right, in VLLO, you have to take the music or the sound, and you have to compress it into a MP4 file, right?
Okay.
From there, when you go into VLLO, whatever project you're working on the left-hand side towards the bottom, you'll see music, like a music symbol.
Mm-hmm.
That you click it, and then it'll run you through how to upload that file. Just remember, wherever you save the file is where you're going to pull the file.
Right.
But it has to be MP4, and then it'll just layer it on there, and then you'll be able to slow it down, speed it up, stretch it out, like however it needs to fit your video is all going to be in that tab in that line.
And there's a way to loop stuff in that app too, right? Like, say I film myself riding somewhere for 30 seconds.
Right.
Can I take that clip and turn it into a minute?
Yeah, you can just layer it it would make it look like a video, and you would put 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds until you got to a minute or a minute 30. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just keep layering that the next
because I have
slot
ideas.
Up, basically.
I have an idea specifically like for a lot of my location videos of showing me going to the location on my scooter while playing music in the background.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can do a lot of your ideas.
The music can be just random anything. It doesn't have to be like real.
Here, let me pull up my YouTube. I'll give you a channel that is all free use music. What you can do is you can get an audio recorder, right? Or you could download the music from whatever YouTube thing it is.
Right.
Give me one sec. And you can start there, right? If nothing like tickles your fancy or whatever, like there's other channels like that until you find your genre.
Right.
Hold on.
Oh, Martha's doing work.
Subscription.
Let's get rid of it.
All right, the channel is called Audio Library, Music for Content Creators.
All right, let me. And it's a YouTube channel, you said?
Yep. Now there's apps that will take out the video and just keep the audio, and then that app should be able to compress the file into MP4, which allows you to add it to VLLO.
Gotcha. Is anybody still in here chatting?
I have no idea.
Nope.
How many people are in here?
I think 2.
It's all right.
There's 2 watching.
There's 7.
Huh?
Puffy says there's 7. That's what hers is showing. So yeah. Before I head out, I'm going to remind you to do a reaction to that first video that we saw.
Okay.
Edit it up and post it as soon as possible with those hashtags that I told you.
Send those hashtags to me.
What I
on
miss? What I miss?
IG again.
On IG? Okay. Let me know when you finish the video and you're ready for that, and then I'll send them.
Okay.
Because you got to do your part of it, just like my brother has to do his part before I can do my part.
Well, it's probably not going to be much editing. I haven't edited any of my reaction videos. I don't really know what I'm doing with editing.
Well, make a reaction video then. Don't worry about the editing. When you're ready to put it on your platform, let me know and I'll send you the hashtags to put in there.
Are you on the West Coast?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Tennessee.
Okay, so there's no time difference.
No, not for me. Everything begins here.
Everything begins here.
Yeah. The U.S. version of time, you know, it all starts here.
Gotcha. Alrighty.
But you guys have a great night. It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me up here and listening to my ranting.
Thanks for saving me.
You're all good, dude. Sometimes it's easier in the circle.
I'll get the
I
hang of it.
tried, but it wasn't my fault that men cannot handle their business. What the hell?
Yeah, tell me that story. Before I get started on my DoorDash, I want to hear it.
Dude, I went outside. Okay, they tell us to get the electrical shit, right? They bought the electrical shit or whatever. It was the wrong thing. I'm like, dude, then why didn't you go buy it yourself? You're the construction person if you don't think we're gonna do it right. Feel me?
Right. Yeah. So they told you what to get. You went and got it.
The thing that they bought, like the cables, they were stealing it. I'm like, dude, why is it going outside the backyard? It's supposed to stay in the backyard because we bought it. It's like everything that we bought, they've been wanting to take little by little, but I don't know if they're stupid or something. I got cameras all over my goddamn house. Might as well go ahead and take this, and I'll leave it right here when I'm done with it, okay? If I finish and I have anything left, I'll bring it back.
Puffy. Did you have the thought in your head to pull out the razor blade and start slicing? Okay. Just yeah. She's like, orderly.
And then there was a drunk fool that wouldn't shut up. And I'm like, dude, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm going to make you go to sleep early. Shut the fuck up. You're annoying as shit. Yeah. And then it was hot outside. Those poor unfortunate souls had no idea that they were about to be the victim of everything that Puffy is going on. My friend was laughing because as soon as he comes in, they were like this, like little kids, like this. I'm like, why are you guys fighting? You guys are fucking grown ass man. Not even my 5-year-old fights like that with the other one. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. The crap you got to deal with.
I would have pulled it out.
I'm just glad you took the razor blades out of there.
The electric.
Before you started pulling on it.
The water together. Ooh, that'd be very, very nice.
You know?
They couldn't even said either. It's like, what the fuck? You want me to get in shock mode or what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm going YouTube, but I'm going to do it myself. The wiring. I'm doing it myself. I promise you I will do it myself.
What is the wiring for, Puffy?
The house in the back. Remember I told you to put in the house in the back? I think I'm going to end up DIYing the motherfucker.
Is it the underground or are you just running electric?
It looked like they're playing hotchkiss in the back.
All right, so make sure turn the fuses off to that part. All right, I'm just letting you know ahead of time. All right. So you turn it off, and remember this: black gold.
Oh no, you're
Right?
gonna go on.
If you remember, remember.
Be in a video
Call it black gold. Yeah. All right. So the black wire goes to the gold screw on the back of the outlets.
Hey, this is not Bob the Builder. It's Martha the Builder. We're gonna be Bob the Builder.
She's gonna video call me, and her hair is gonna be all frizzed out. Just.
What's going on? I'm just a little shocked. I'm shocked to see you.
Yeah.
We're gonna be shocked.
YouTube's a hell of a thing. Yeah, it's gonna be shocking for sure.
You got to set up a camera on a tripod and.
Oh, I'll make sure you guys.
She's gonna feel that vibration from the electricity, and she's just gonna start dancing. Oh my god!
What's wrong? Much better. It's okay. I'm okay. You know, we're walking. Yeah. I'll make sure the shockwave gets to you. I'll send you some signals of smoke. My hair's smoking out.
Yeah.
Now you know I did it.
Definitely.
Freeze got 9 on me. Fuck it. Am I the only person here that knows how to do things in this house? Like, what? I redid the whole restroom by myself, the walls. If I could do it, anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to know the hell I went through that, but yeah. It's because I feel weird because I moved over here the first time, and you can see through the walls, but like the wood and all that. I'm like, I get tired of that shit. I'm not gonna wait for nobody, so I did it myself.
Sure.
When you tell Puffy don't do it,
there's only one way to learn.
Hey, like my daughter tells me, YouTube is the school. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of how-to videos for sure.
Hey, I have a
just make sure they're not laughing.
Hey, at least I know I fixed the house. I do why, all right. I do that. The other day I almost got electric because my son thought it was funny to get a fork, and I caught the fork before he let go.
So I think I'm gonna try another game night Saturday night. I'll be
that'll be good.
Dusty's, I think.
Yeah, I have fun. I sure that's the only free time I got, I guess you could say. Besides me being stuck in the restaurant, so I could be free from everybody or my friend's house. The Scavenger home is the free time for me. That's like I gotta yes.
Are you free Saturday at 4?
I'm free every day. Just give me a time. I ain't got no life. I don't go nowhere. How Brendan?
Okay.
My best
she's got to stay. She's got to stay in the backyard and be the pit bull of the house.
If I leave this house, they go crazy. I forgot. I tried it once. My friend took my phone, and my phone was going off. They went to my friend's house, and they told me, "Where are you? You just left me 5 minutes ago, and you're looking for me. What the hell? You dropped me off yourself." I got GPS somewhere in my clothes, probably too, and I don't even know because they always find me. Yeah, shockingly. Yeah, my kids are weird. Hey, one time I went to go to the dispensary, and there's an airport across the street. Right? My son goes, "Mom, what are you doing at the dispensary and an airport across? Where are you going?" So, yeah, they're worse than being married. Yeah. Hey, the
no, it's just a different thing.
Walking with the mama, walking in the back, yeah. They sit outside the toilet in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. Okay, they sit right there. Wait for me. Are you done, Mom?
And I maybe
come wipe my butt.
I may be doing a video at the Ghost Church on Thursday, depending on how I'm feeling.
How you been? I know you've been feeling kind of, yeah.
And depending on the heat.
Oh no, you lived over here, you be dying right now. You really go outside, you're already sweating like somebody threw water at your ass. You're already starting.
We had heat advisory today. I think the heat index was like 115.
No, the other day was 130 outside. That we left the creatine can and that shit melted and whoop, all crazy.
Nope.
And the dashboard
Fry
broke.
some eggs out there. See, out west, Will, out west, the heat's completely different. You're getting baked, right? There's no broil to it. You're getting baked.
You can make food
It
on the
gets so
car.
hot out there.
Your shoes
It gets so
melt.
hot out there. You can crack an egg and throw it on asphalt, or crack an egg and throw it on your hood of your car,
Right.
and it'll
sun's
cook.
going down to 112 per day, and the sun's
Yeah,
going down.
I haven't been. I think the furthest west I've been would be either Bristol or Line Fort, Kentucky. I'm not,
Yeah, once you get, like, once you go across the Mississippi, like, it's still humid, but it starts to become more dry.
right.
And then once you get to, like, Colorado, Arizona, Utah, becomes desert. Everything is, you're straight baked.
We live in like the whole of the desert. That's why it's so fucking hot. And when it's sand dunes, dude, they hit you like in the hip. Boom. It's like, god damn.
The haboobs.
Out here, I get to where I can't breathe if I'm too hot.
See, it's been getting up to 120.
Well, you know that people with like respiratory issues, right? They always go to a dry, arid place because the hot's still the same. It's just a different kind, like baked and broiled. That's the difference, right?
Right.
The hot out there is drier. The humidity doesn't get into your respiratory system.
Yeah, it's humid.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's humid here though.
Right
It's
here,
like-
you're dying, cooking at the same time.
Real bad.
Why do you think Arizona, like Phoenix area, became a retirement place? Because all the people from the East Coast were like, I got to get out of here. Because it messes with you after a certain...
My kid's aunt came from Florida, and she came down here. As soon as she got out the bus, I'm going to turn myself back into the bus back where I came from. It's fucking hot down here. Fuck that. And she was like, I'm leaving.
You can't get off a plane and go from one extreme broil to the other complete extreme, which is baked. You know what I'm saying? You can't get off a plane and be like okay with it. You got to work your way into it.
I'll put it this way: if we have frozen food, we just put it outside. In less than 5 fucking minutes, that shit ready to fucking come back inside. I swear to God.
I want
Right?
to go to the West Coast eventually. There's only a few places out there I want to see, but
There's nothing much actually.
Don't-
They make it Hollywood. They make it seem like, oh my god, no, it's fucking dirty as fuck.
Yeah, it's trash. It's trash. It really is.
I'm kind of nervous about going to LA. I've heard too many bad
Oh,
things.
was that my black
It really depends how far off of the freeway you want to go.
My whole backpack.
Vegas is on my bucket list. Just to stay
Hey.
there once.
I've heard about Vegas, but I haven't been to Vegas. Can you pick up my backpack, please? I know you saw it. I know you heard it. You were right next to it. I know you did. Thank you.
Vegas is it doesn't rain a whole lot, right? So if you want to get away from humidity and you don't want to go to Arizona, Vegas, that area would be right up your alley. But you know, Flagstaff isn't that far away, so
Right. And Alcatraz, but I don't know if I'd be able to go there.
yeah.
I'd have to be able to walk it.
Well, just you said in your message to me, like, not all of it would be accessible, but with a wheelchair, you could possibly see most of it.
Right. But it would have to be
But
a regular wheelchair, not an electric.
right, which means that you would have to have somebody there with you.
Probably.
See? So start thinking of somebody that you want to take on a trip. Your friend that wants to dress up like Lieutenant Dan and,
Right.
you know, Gump. You know, see if he wants to take a trip with you, explain what you're doing, and ask him if he wants to go.
Right.
You know, stop taking no's, man. Stop dealing with the L. Let's start looking at the win. How are you going to do it? What's the steps in the way?
First is get the money.
Well, all right.
Mhm.
You said this on like a live or two ago, you know,
Yeah.
the breakdown of how much it would cost, right? And you want YouTube to do it. You want YouTube to be able to pay for the dream.
Right.
So you need to make a reaction video to the gentleman we watched in the beginning, put those hashtags in there, and get your views up. And once your views go up, your subscribers go up.
Right.
I'm trying to get you to your dream. You know, I give so many people the best information and the best advice that I possibly can for their channels. If they don't hear me, then I don't mess with them anymore. Like, your dream is to go see all these places and make videos and do these things, right? That
Yeah.
is what you talk about. I'm trying to get you where you want to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that tonight after I get off of here.
Then I will
I've been
IG you those hashtags.
I've been wanting to do that, react to that anyway. That was already in the plan. I just hadn't done it.
So as you're reacting and making the video, you want to focus on your title, your description, and your hashtags. Hashtags I'm going to give you. It is what it is. The first sentence in your description needs to repeat the title. Then the second sentence needs to be whatever it's about. Like from the first sentence on, you need to say what the video is. You know, this is my reaction to this person, and how or not how I believe, but like, can you believe this? Ask a question. Get some intrigue in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then keep it less than 55. What do you call it? You know how you can type out 1,000 letters or spaces?
Characters.
Keep characters. There it is. Keep it up to 55 characters, because if somebody reads the title and it just goes on and you get those dots afterwards, they're going to look at it and be like, I don't want to watch it. Forget it.
Right.
I can't even read what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So keep your title short, less than 55. And then everything in the description needs to be a repeat of the title and what's in the video. Because the AI scans the video, the title, and the description in a matter of seconds. If it doesn't add up, it doesn't think you're consistent.
Look, Brandon, this
So it
reminds me
doesn't-
of you tell me I'm doing something wrong.
It sees you as inconsistent, right? Because the video doesn't line up with the title or the description. So if you can get those three consistently the same, then the algorithm's going to start pushing your stuff out. You're consistent. Let's push this out. You're consistent. Push this out.
Right.
If any of those conflict, it's going to be like, nah, I don't got time for this. And it's going to put you on the back burner.
Right. Well, I think I'm going to go to the store real quick and then come back and do that reaction.
I can't wait to see it, dude. I'm hyped for
Look,
it.
she's eating my food, Brandon. I told her I was going to tell on you. She's eating my food. She don't give a damn.
Okay.
Delicious. She's eating my food.
So why don't you cut her?
Yeah, you're done?
Oh, Lord. Rick.
That's what's up right there. Proud of you,
Look,
folks.
she has me no food. Look, she ate it all.
Yeah, because you sat there and watched her eat it. That's your damn food.
That's my meat. It's really good. She must have eaten
I
it.
bet. Make sure you thank your mom.
And then they say, why don't I eat? I don't know. Because you eat my food. Hey, that's what we gotta do once
Well-
you're a parent. You gotta do it like it. You can't let a kid start for you.
Maybe you should eat it faster next time.
I just got. Oh goddamn!
All right, guys. Will,
Yeah.
it was a pleasure, sir.
Like
You know,
what?
I want to see that video when you drop it. Puffy, eat your food faster, and it won't be a problem.
Did you see
I'll
that?
see you guys later.
Thing I put?
All
Because
right.
you know how you put
Hey,
it, it's
send me those tags.
That's a good one. Hey, well, I'll let you go. Well, I'm sorry nobody came up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's okay. I still had a good time talking to Brandon, talking to you.
Brandon's pretty, like, it makes you think, a lot. He makes you think a lot. Like, he comes out with good, like, questions. You ask him something, he'll reverse it back at you.
Yeah.
He makes you think. That's what I tell him. You're my second, what's my conscience? I tell him, you're my conscience.
But yeah, it's all right. I'll figure this out.
I got you no matter what. You know that.
I'm gonna try it Saturday night.
I got you no matter what. Just
Probably
I don't know.
the same time.
Randomly, so yeah.
Huh?
Well, I'll see you then on Saturday. I'll see you Saturday. You know you got me for sure.
Yep.
You gotta time, yeah. I'm trying to convince Brandon to join. Yeah, he just wants to see me eat shit sometimes, but it's okay. Okay.
Well, he's usually in a car when he comes up, so he wouldn't be able to play because he has no access to the items.
Yeah, but he cannot. No, he would watch. He's very smart. He's very smart.
Because I mean, the items on the list tonight, some people aren't gonna have. I purposely made them harder.
You're trying to kill me. Now I'm gonna be thinking, what can you have now?
Yeah.
Hey, my kid wanted to play with me. I'm like, okay, let me see if we can do two on camera. Fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm trying to make things interesting.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out eventually.
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna eat, and then you guys start, and we'll talk to you on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
All right.
We're good.
Alrighty. Anybody else that might be watching still, thanks for stopping by. We're going to try this again on Saturday, and I hope you have a good evening. Later.